I was never the typical Mongolian good daughter. I was the first one to be born in my family before my two siblings. I always had the privilege to get new clothes, new supplies, and basically everything that I wanted. Along with this privilege came enormous amounts of responsibility, especially after my brother was born. The daily duties of a Mongolian eldest daughter include every household task like cleaning the house, cooking meals, doing laundry, and grocery shopping. But to be honest, I never really did any of them. Still, I managed to be the best daughter in my parents' eyes. It all started with my grandpa. When I was in kindergarten, I really enjoyed going to the theater. Taking advantage of my grandpa's job at the theater, I used to sneak in and watch all the ballet shows. The dancers' soft movements, elegant costumes, and humble beauty made me fall in love with ballet. My parents took me to my first ballet class when I was 7. Since day one, I realized it wouldn't be easy to become one of the ballerinas I admired on stage. I became very busy and almost had no free time. Academic classes, professional ballet training, regular performances, school clubs, and homework. I had to learn how to manage my time from a young age, which I still struggle to do now. On top of that, I had to sacrifice the time I would spend with my family and friends, and all the fun I could have had as a teenager. I could barely go to birthday parties, school trips, and club activities. However, I can proudly say that the sacrifice I made was worth it. I remember standing on my toes for the first time. When I saw my very first pony shoes, I was excited, thrilled, and nervous. Struggling to stand straight, we grabbed each other's hands so that we would not fall down. I clearly remember the joy and happiness I felt amidst the pain from the ponies. From that time, I constantly wanted to improve and worked hard to become a ballerina. When I was 8, I got my first main role as Clara of the Nutcracker. Despite showing up on the stage for barely a quarter of the show, I was the happiest person in the whole world. I felt like I made it to the top of the Mount Everest or won the Golden Globes for Best Actress. Since then, I've been part of several other ballet shows at the National Theatre. I would mostly be in the corps de ballet and support the main characters. Even then, my family would come to watch the show and try to find me among 20 other people who had the exact same costume as me. Throughout my ballet career, I've played many different characters: Snowflake, Red Riding Hood, Spaniard, Swan, Farmer, Angel, and even a ship. However, the role of Cinderella will always be the most precious one for me. Cinderella is my favorite Disney princess. Her kindness, positivity, and elegance made me fall in love with her. When I first heard that they were looking for potential Cinderellas, I decided to give it a try. I was excited and nervous to see the audition results, and I got the role. I thought the hardest part of becoming Cinderella was over, yet I was wrong. In real life, there is no fairy godmother that magically transforms me into a better dancer. The process of becoming an actual Cinderella was tough and tiring, but rewarding. I spent extra hours staying late to refine my movements and improve my acting. I became busier than ever and barely talked to my friends and family. In the end, again, it was all worth it. As Cinderella, I got a chance to be featured in posters, tickets, and interviews. I felt like a celebrity, but that was not important to me. When I finally stood on stage as Cinderella, I felt like I became the best daughter. I finally fulfilled my roles. I wiped the floor, washed the dishes, did laundry, and cooked for my family. I did it all on stage. More than that, the smiling faces of my family and what they told me made me the happiest. Their approval and support made me feel like the best daughter and the best sister. They never demanded me to cook for them, but instead motivated me to do what I loved. They never blamed me for missing a family dinner. Instead, they made sure to check on me. They were never ashamed of not having a good, responsible daughter. Instead, they were proud of what I did and what I achieved. I didn't have to wash the dishes to be a good daughter, but just had to follow my passion and work hard.